Today you're going to learn how to use skip counting to figure out multiplication products. So just a reminder, here we have a definition of skip counting. Skip counting is just adding the same number over and over again. So if your job was to skip count by twos, all you would do is you would start with 2 and you're just going to add 2 to 2. I picture 2 plus 2 is 4. 4, and then so we're going to add another 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. And so on. You can keep on counting up by 2. So that's skip counting by twos. Let's try a trickier one. Let's try skip counting by 4s. So we're going to start with 4. Think about what are we going to do next? We're going to add 4 to 4. So you can use your fingers, you can use draw it if you have a hard time counting up by 4s. By 4th grade, your goal should be to be able to add these simple numbers pretty quickly. But if you need help, you can just put out 4 dots and we can count up. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to count another 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And I know, let's see, 32 plus 4 is just 36. I know that one pretty quickly. And so you can continue counting up. Why don't you try skip counting right now? Go ahead and pause it and go ahead and skip count by 5s. Do that now. And your job will be to fill in these little spaces. Okay, let's see how you did. Let's move these out of the way. All right, so let's go back to these 5s. If you did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, let's see, 35 plus 5 is 40, and 40 plus 5 is 45, and you could just keep on going forever and ever. If you had those numbers there to skip count, go ahead and kiss your brain. Great job. Okay, so now how we're going to use skip counting to help us multiply numbers is like this. If we were to say 5 times 4, what you're going to do is you're going to start from the very beginning of your skip count, and you're going to see what the 4th number you had was. So this was 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 then is 20. Let's try another one. Let's erase this. And let's find the product. And remember, the product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Let's find the product of 4 times 9. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means that 4 times 9 is 36. Okay, good. Let's go ahead. Now it's going to be your turn. I want you to find these next 3 problems. So let me grab my pen here. So first, go ahead and find the product of 2 times 5. Find that. Then find the product of 4 times 6. Go ahead and start there. All right, go ahead and pause this, find these products, and we'll go ahead and check your answer. Okay, let's check these answers. Let's start with 2 times 5. All right, so we're going to go to our 5s, and we're going to find two fives. So 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. So if you had 10, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. All right, now 4 times 6. Let's take a look at the 4s. Here's 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. Oh, and here's 6. 4 times 6 then is 24. If you got the product of 24, give yourself another pat on the back. Awesome job. Okay, and sometimes you're going to see skip counting boards like in our exit ticket and the classwork where you're going to have to figure out the pattern, and you're going to have to figure out what number are you adding over and over again. So for example, if you saw this skip counting board, you would have to figure out, well, what number are you skip counting by? Take a moment to think about, what do you think? What number do you think this skip counting board is being counted by? All right, if you said 5, you were correct. And the way that you could figure this out is we know that when you're skip counting, the numbers are going up by 5. We don't have that first number, which would always start with 5, but we do have these two numbers right next to each other. And remember, so you just have to figure out what's the pattern. So 15, what's the relationship between 15 and 20? 15 plus what number is 20? And I know 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, that's going up by 5. So I know that this is a skip counting board by 5. So we're going to start with 5, and we're going to add 5 plus 5 is 10. And we know 10 plus 5 more is 15. 15 plus 5 more is 20. 20 plus 5 more is 25. 25 plus 5 more is 30. 30 plus 5 more is 35, and 35 plus 5 more is 40. Let's try another one of those. So let's say you see, I'll do this one in blue, this pattern. And you need to fill in the blanks to figure out what is this skip counting by. Well, there's a couple things you could use. You could start off by each number, like 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. Well, that doesn't work. Let's try going up by, we know 5, it's going to be bigger than 5, 5, 10, 15. So it has to be bigger than 5 because this 30 is bigger than 15. And so you could keep on guessing like that. Or you could think, well, what's the relationship between these two numbers, 30 and 50? Well, I picture that went up by 20, and we need to find a number right in the middle. And so I know 40 is right in the middle. So 30, 40, 50, and the same thing with the 50 and the 70, that's up by 20. So you could think, well, what's 40 plus 20, or what's between 50 and 70, which is 60. And then you easily see that this is a skip counting board of 10. If you said 10, you're correct. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And now you can use the skip counting board to find lots of different multiplication facts. You should be able to find 5 times 5, the product 5 times 5. You should be able to find 10 times 4, and so on. So go ahead and pause this, take a moment, and figure out 5 times 5. Maybe circle where 5 times 5 is on the skip counting board, as well as 10 times 4 is on the skip counting board. Pause this and resume once you found those products. Okay, welcome back. Let's check 5 times 5. So we know 5, we want to move up 5 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. And 10 times 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 times 4 is a product of 40. Go ahead and give yourself a big pat on the back if you got 25 and 40. Awesome job. So now you're going to continue on to your classwork and really amazing hard work today.